Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Thursday, September 3rd. This is the charts of the day. I'm going to talk about a couple of our, or two or three of our portfolio positions, and then I'm going to talk about 4 or 5 Chinese and foreign stocks that look pretty interesting in here. Starting off with Rino International, or INO, which we entered this morning. As you can see, the stock gapped and then had a very strong session today, closing up $1.92 on 728,000 shares. That's the heaviest volume in a month. But more importantly, the stock, which had been in a very distinct, solid uptrend and had broken down from the 17 3/4 area down to 10.5, bounced very nicely, got up to the moving averages and backed off. Now, this is an area where I was a bit worried because the underlying technicals had flattened out and gotten red. But today's action moved back across the 40 and 21-day moving averages and have cleared that. Maybe moving on a test of the 1485 area, the rally of a week and a half ago, and then this gap in here, which is going to be important, up around 15 and a half or so, which would be a critical short-term area for the stock to get through. If it does, I would look for higher prices. I think the stock can get back up to retest the highs up around 17 and a half, 3/4. That's my trading target. But beyond that, we're looking at a stock in the mid-20s potentially down the road. Our next stock is SPPI, Spectrum Pharma, which may have some news coming out next week, but terrific chart pattern after coming out of the base here, more of a left shoulder head and right shoulder type flat head and shoulders bottom pattern, and the breakout occurred here. The stock then flagged, ran up, formed another flag, and then continued higher until it got up into the 7.5 area, and then went into a coil pattern. Notice that the coil was broken last week. The stock continued higher. We got a 2-day pullback, and then it's coming on again in volume. If we get out over the $9 area, which is the high for this week, we could see the stock accelerate. Or, based on news, we could see the stock gap up and run next week, and be looking for something potentially in the 14-15 range. That's my trading target. Next portfolio position is MELA, which is Electro-Optical Sciences. Really like the action and the way this looks. The 45-degree angle rising channel is not in force. Take a look at this 4 or 5 month consolidation, which led to the price volume surge and breakaway gap here. A nominal new high, followed by a pullback retest, and now the stock's moving again, up at another 43 cents today. But it looks like this one has room to run, and I'm targeting between 15 and 16 on this one as well. Let's move over to some Chinese and other foreign type stocks that I like a lot. A new one is CTFO, which I'm planning on entering perhaps even tomorrow. The stock had a nice run up from the $3.50 area up to 9.25, nearly tripling in the last 3-4 months. Had a quick pullback though in the last couple sessions, testing the top of this trading range and the moving averages, and bounced a bit today from 726 to 771. Still closed down on the day, but it looks to me like this one has got potential to really move, and my trading target on this one is around the 10.5 area, at least short term. HMIN, stock I've been watching for many years, or should I say many months. After this big downtrend was broken, the stock based, broke out, pulled back and retested. Had a very, very nice thrust in early August, and it's been in a beautiful consolidation of bull flag type pattern here, or let's call it a bull coil. And I think this is going to resolve to the upside. This is going to be a stock that gets back into the mid-30s again. A new one we're following is CISG. It's a Chinese insurance company with very strong technicals. I want to point out that with the stock here below the recent rally high, and we did get a quick bit of a hit 3 weeks ago when it dropped from 21 down to the 15 area, but it snapped back and now it's forming a coil. Notice that the unbalanced volume is still making new highs. The balance of power is nearly full, and the money stream is pretty strong. I think it breaks out of this coil and moves up into the low to mid-20s for a short-term trade. And there's PLX, an Israeli biotech firm that has a terrific chart, and it looks like it's headed towards the $10 area. Broke out of this coil recently and has run for the last 4 sessions. Volume was pretty heavy the day before yesterday, and then today was a bit lower, but the stock still advanced another 57 cents. It's acting very well, and it looks to me like that's one that has some room to run. Lastly is CHNG, which is China Natural Gas. I wanted you to see this because it was a fairly new little listing on NASDAQ. Notice that the resistance in here and here was tested today, and how, with a 2.2 million share, heaviest volume day ever thrust. It took it up 22% or 210, and right at that resistance level. If we break through here, we can see it spike up again. So those are some stocks to watch over the course of the next few days. Have a good evening. Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Thursday, September 3rd. This is the charts of the day. I'm going to talk about a couple of or 2 or 3 of our portfolio positions, and then I'm going to talk about 4 or 5 Chinese and foreign stocks that look pretty interesting in here. Starting off with